All right. PlayStation channel usually reposts it. I guess so. Yeah. They just mocked them in the algorithm. It's very unfortunate. Elena character guide. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. We just saw like because I'm a little late here. We just saw the character trailer with like or not the character trailer the sort of like mirror match gameplay that got put out I think yesterday or 2 days ago. And now we're gonna watch the character guide. Fun times. I am kind of interested in this because just from like watching Elena play, there's a lot of I don't fully understand how her moves work. You know, as a guy who never played SF4 or SF3, I think it was an SF3, right? It was, I don't really know. I don't really fully understand. Like a lot of Elena's stuff looks like it's a lot of her combos looks like it's like half target combos, half specials. But I'm not really sure what's what. I'm not really sure what like are her special moves, combo extenders, combo enders. Yeah, I'm not sure. So getting an actual rundown of the move list is going to be useful for a little guy like myself. Let's see. So what do we know already? We know that... Actually, no, let's go. Technical character with numerous kicks. Yep. This is going to be the Tundra Storm character, guys. Trust me. Don't worry about the fact that some of her kicks hit low and some of them hit too high. Both the target combos, specials chain into other moves. Yeah, okay. Yeah, her combos seemed like very freeform when I was watching gameplay of her, but yeah, I'm not sure how true that actually is. I assume that all that stuff with the effects, that's special moves, right? Number of highly damaging moves against standing opponents. You want to make use of her overhead and longer reach to force enemies to stop crouching. Oh, there's a lot of her stuff. There's a lot of her stuff whiff if you're crouching. Like, hold up. I guess let's watch the whole thing through one time, and then we'll go back and start pausing a lot more. It looks like multiple different overheads. So. Rhino horn. What are you? Series of quick forward-moving kicks. This is the thing we see all the time in combos, right? Oh no, not that. This move can hit crouching opponents, but deals powerful damage. It's great for launching enemies into the air or as part of a combo when you can be sure they'll be standing. Okay. Whiffs on crouchers, though. Very interesting. The stronger the kick, the further you jump. Gotcha. If you corner the opponent, try using scratch a wheel. So true. You can go special into special. Probably use scratch wheels her DP. Sounds like it. Whoa, is that her backwalk? Whoa. It looks weird. Looks like she's floating. It seems fast though, right? Maybe it's because it's like big steps instead of like lots of little steps, but it seems like she's moving really far. Yeah, an OD you can combo it, you can into the DP, even in the mid screen, sure. They're really into the force stand stuff for the past few characters. Gives you a wealth of combo options, try chaining moves off of it. Yeah, I mean, that's nice, certainly, right? It's not a super long combo after, but even this means that she will be getting some drive gauge recovery back while that DP is hitting you, right? Like, it's still, it's no, like, Akuma EX Adamant Flame or anything like that, but the fact that she's going to be comboing you while regaining drive gauge after that is certainly still nice. This is her DP, yeah. Invincible against jumping attacks, making a useful anti-air. Gotcha. Light and medium, heavy is powerful. Yeah, okay, cool. It seems like a standard DP, it just uses her feet. She big? Her animations are top-notch, ammo. She is kind of big, not to mention it, right? Because she's like as tall as Akuma while in like a full like squat almost. He's a tall lady. Spinning rush forward that can be followed by one of 4 different techniques. Oh, it's a Rekka. Oh, at this thing, yeah, the roll. Yeah, this is the command roll. Okay. Skill allows you to chain a variety of follow-up attacks. You can close the gap between you and your opponent. You're invincible to projectiles while you're spinning. Yeah, I saw that. That sounds fun. Good anti-projectile move. Punch strength determines each distance. Okay. Leopard snap. Far reach and strikes quickly. Okay, so that's just presumably a mid, right? Blocked high or low. This is the longest reach option. Hits the opponent up in the air, provides the opportunity to combo. Ooh. You'll maintain your invincibility from projectiles until the attack hits. The fact that they specify that, does that not apply to Leopard snap or whatever? Yeah, Leopard snap. It doesn't maintain the projectile invulnerability, I suppose. This one does. Okay. You can DP after it. Those orange sparks mean punish counter, right? Yeah. Are you going to do a reaction to the Galley Enable Japan trailer? Yeah, we'll probably do that tomorrow. Maybe after the intermediate bracket. Go for a little bit longer than normal. Mallet smash, overhead attack. So it looks like they don't say you can... It dodges throws and lows, sure. Probably counters on like punish counter or something. The 4th move, Link Swirl, is extra important. If the added momentum from it will make the attacks performed out of it hit harder and more times. It's like Ken doing run into like the fire versions of his moves, or Oh, it does just, yeah. Okay. It buffs. So basically you add a reactable gap to the command roll to giga buff the moves, right? Double roll? Yep, yep. So I guess it looks like... What's wrong with my headset, man? I come back from 2 weeks, silly, it fits weird. So you can double roll, which again, at that point, like that's a, you know, that's a call out of you being too passive. And then it giga buffs the moves, right? So the leopard snap looks like it becomes plus. It's plus on block now. And you can combo off of it, seemingly, in ways you couldn't. Sure, sure. Understandable. Harvest Circle after Link's Roll gives you more time to perform follow-up attacks. Oh, okay, so it's like a full-on... You can probably do that into like the OD into the DP, right? Interesting. Use Mouth Smash, you jump up faster, make it easier to dodge attacks. You have to keep attacking whether Mouth Smash hits or is blocked. Also plus, gotcha. And you can combo on regular hit now. Okay. Yeah, so they all become much more potent. I was just gonna wonder what the OD version of this does, and it just gives you... Okay, so the OD version of this is pretty nasty, right? The OD version of this is like, this is why she doesn't have a throw loop, right? Because the OD version of this is... Yeah, I mean, plus on block overhead that you can combo off on regular hit. Right, all the moves are plus, huge combo starter off the juggle, like off the air version. There's no low out of this, but I guess you can probably just like do it in, like, you know, roll into low or something. So weirdly, it's like, you know, usually like the overheads are more reactable, so like you down back by default, and then you only stand up if you see an overhead. It almost feels like with a late, because it is not a low out of this command roll, right? Leopard Snap's not a roll, and the little launch thing, I forget the name of it, isn't a roll either. Neither is Mouth Smash. Mouth Smash is an overhead, obviously. So it looks like, since Mouth Smash is seemingly unreactable, you probably would stand block by default when you saw Elena roll at you, because her only low, I presume, is like fully letting the roll expire and then doing like a, you know, a crouching leg kick out of it or something like that, right? Yeah. The overhead is the faster... Well, I mean, is that overhead reactable? Hold on. You know, it might just be reactable. It might be tough. But it's a very... Like, it's not just the speed on things that matters. Where I don't think... That doesn't look like it's, like, so fast as to be unreactable to me in the first place. Like, it's not like a 12-frame overhead. And then also, her trails... Like, the visual clarity on an animation matters a lot, right? Like, if you can very quickly distinguish and tell apart what move it is, visual aids, and, I mean, audio aids, too. I don't know what her voice line's going to be in English, because I'm not going to play the game in Japanese, but audio cues and visual cues help a lot, and this looks super different from any of the follow-ups, so maybe that shit is just reactable, but, I mean, even if you block it, she's plus, and again, every drive rush overhead is reactable, and everyone gets hit, like, even the best players in the world get hit by that shit, right? At the end of the day, reactable doesn't mean it's worthless. It just means that there's going to be mental stack at play and whether or not it hits. But it's less so that it's like, oh, it's reactable, I guess it's bad. It's more so that if it was unreactable and like real 50-50 mix, that'd be really good, right? But that looks a lot. I don't know. That looks like it's probably just something you can, if you're looking out for it, you can react to it, right? Okay, Spinning Scythe. Again, even if you block it, she's plus, right? So it's her turn anyway. You're much more likely to successfully combo when canceling from a normal into the special. What? Spinning Scythe has one trait I want you to remember. You are much more likely to successfully combo when canceling from a normal into the special using the same button. Huh? So are they saying that like the light version of this is better at comboing off of lights, and the medium version combos off of mediums, and the heavy version combos off of heavies? This seems weird, because you'd think that, like, you know, you'd think that, like, the light version would be good. Like, if the light version can combo off light normals, it should also be even better then at comboing off heavy normals, right? Because the heavy normals have more hit stun and more recovery, so they benefit more from canceling. I'm gonna watch, but, like, this doesn't make sense. I don't understand why this is. I think he also had a chance to follow up with an attack after the heavy version. Yeah, okay. What? What? Okay, they're not gonna explain that? There's no link swirl off the second hit? Oh, that's... Okay, that's cool. Oh, this misses on crouchers normally. I see. It only hits if it's OD. I'm gonna have to watch this again. Moon glider. Steps back for performing a vertical spinning kick. It's like a built-in shimmy tech. Keeps you safe from counterattacks if it gets blocked. Don't worry about canceling into it. Okay, so it's safe. It's not plus, but it's more of like a... Like, I wonder if it's like technically like it's like -5 or something, but she just leaves you so far away that, like, you know, they're not gonna get there, or if it's just safe. Because they use Akuma's crouching jab there, and they show it whiffing, but don't worry about canceling into it. You also have longer than normal to follow up, so you have time to decide if you want to keep pressing. You have longer than normal to follow up? What do you mean by this? You have longer than normal to follow up. Oh, you mean like to hit confirm it, right? I see. They're saying, so I think it's just them saying, yeah, it's easy to hit confirm. This move is very easy to hit confirm and safe if it's blocked, so don't worry about it. Gotcha. Is that all the one move? What do you know? Sure. Oh, she gets a safe jump off it. Okay. Cool of them to show that kind of stuff. Yeah. You get a safe jump off it. Cool. So that's definitely what you want to be ending your combos in a lot of the times. You can help, probably. This is this level 1, right? It's invincible against jumping attacks. Okay. So this is what people were saying level 1 was not invincible, and I see now. So and the hit follow up with the DP, also be invincible to air attacks. You can still be hit by attacks on the ground. Okay, so it's yeah. An anti-air and combo tool, but not a reversal. So true, bestie. Okay, this is the healing. After landing the first hit, hold down during the attack to restore vitality. I wonder how much it is. I still don't know how much she heals. Okay, so that's the normal version, and then you can also do the healing. It's projectile invuln. I mean, this is probably just a full reversal, right? Oh, here it is. If you input down after the move, you'll recover some health. You'll deal less damage, use it when you need to. Okay. I feel like you also... I feel like I saw that you only... I want to see drive gauge recovery here. Does she still recover drive? Yes, she does. Okay. Oh. Okay. I mean... She heals like 25%? No, she doesn't. She heals like... in fact, I'll tell you exactly. So 3 drive bars, she's a little... So every drive bar is 7.5% HP, right? She's a little under 3. So she's at 20. They probably sent her to 20% health because 3 drive bars is 22.5, right? If she goes to 4, then I'll tell you exactly. Oh, okay, no. So 4 would have been 30%. 5 is 37. She heals like 12.5%. 12.5%, right? She heals about 1,250 health. But she goes from a little under 3 drive bars to like halfway into 5, like 4.5 drive bars. Yeah, so she heals like 12.5%. I mean, that's not nothing, certainly, but again, I think the fact that 1, she doesn't just get to do it in neutral, she has to hit you with it. 2, the super does how much less damage? Oh, it's hard to tell because they comp it into it. The super does not a lot of... Oh, they still take a little damage when they land, yes. Not a lot of damage at all, right? And again, you don't gain as much meter by... You don't gain as much meter by getting hit as you did Ultra, as far as I can tell in SF4, so... I think that the healing is cool. I don't think it's going to be... I don't think... You know, maybe this ages horribly, but I'd be very surprised if it's like... Elena is an absolute terror because of her healing. Because so realistically, right? Elena can probably get... What do you guys think? 2? Maybe sometimes... Okay. Worst case... Elena could probably get 3 of these off in a set if it goes 3 rounds, right? They changed her outfit at the end there. If she went back to the classic one. Right? Yeah. They sent her back to the classic outfit for the CA. She can probably get 3 of these, right? If like 1... If she builds 2 meter every round and it goes 3 rounds, And, every time she spends it on level 2, she can get 3 of these. So that's a lot of fucking health, right? Like, that is effectively, if you think, like, over the course of that set, she turns into Zangief, basically, as a little bit more health than Geef, right? Because Geef has 11,000 health. This looks like it heals her, just, for the sake of assuming it's a round number, it looks like it heals her like 1,250 health. It didn't quite look like 1,500, maybe. Maybe it's 1,500. Bro, Ryu's individual face hairs. Yeah. So, like, in that case, best case scenario for her, she gets to play as, like, even tankier Geef for that whole set, which is very good. Like, if she has, like, say it's 1,500. Let's say worst case scenario for everything, right? Say it's 1,500 health. So if she just effectively runs with 11,500 health for the whole set, that's nuts. That's really strong, right? However, this is basically at the cost of having a super, right? Like, she just remove, like, because level 2 does very little damage if you don't heal. So, like, she just doesn't get to use her level 3 or her level 1. She doesn't get, she can use this as a reversal, so that's fair, right? So you still get some kind of utility. But, like, the reach that super bars give you that often makes, like, the second or third round so much shorter than the first or second, she just won't really have that, right? So even in, like, the best case scenario where she gets to use this, like, 3 times, I really don't think it's going to be, like, that crazy. Realistically, I think this is more just, like, it's just a nice situational tool for her to have sometimes. To just be like, escaping 2 to 3 touch ranges is good. No, for sure. But also, when she does that, she's going to make you escape that too, right? Because the reason that 2 to 3 touch ranges exist in the first place, especially, is like, that shit doesn't usually happen in round 1, right? The reason that 2 to 3 touch ranges exist is because sometimes a guy's going to hit you, and then, like, say it's final round. They have 3 bars, right? They're going to hit you. They're going to do, like, 3,000 damage, 3,500 damage. They're going to, like, cash out some drive gauge, right? And the second hit, they're going to do some, like, crazy punish counter cash out combo that ends in level 3, and it's going to do, like, 6k, and it's going to kill you, right? You're going to be, like, either dead or, like, a throwaway from death, right? If Elena wants to escape that by having 11,500 health, which is certainly going to do that, right? She's going to be, like, it's going to be really, you have to be, like, Bison or something to, like, 3-touch her at that point. If she escapes that, she also doesn't get to have a level 3 of her own, or even a damaging level 2, right? Her level 2 does not seem to do really that much at all if you go for the healing. It seems like it's, like, a lot of the damage in that last sort of kick, and it gets cut down a lot when it's just them sort of landing. So it feels like it's good. It's a good thing. Is it good that Elena can heal? Yes, certainly. But, like, I'm more so talking about the horror stories that I heard of SF4 Elena. This does not look like that to me for multiple reasons, right? That's not even the most. I just want to kind of go. The most interesting part of this to me is this command roll for sure, right? I kind of want to. So Link's song is the Rekka, right? But this guy, Spinning Scythe, they say you can go into Link's world after this, right? So you transition immediately into the powered up versions of everything, which is, yeah, Link's world, not Link's song, yeah, which is the fourth follow-up that powers everything up. So again, you're gonna be able to catch people sleeping with her a lot, certainly, right? Yeah, it's just like, that's not that long. Like, honest. I'm super curious as to how, like, what does the risk reward on this whole situation look like, like, out of the command dash, like, how, quote unquote, how reactable, quote unquote, is the overhead, right? Is it, like, reactable in parentheses? You're probably, like, that shit's like 19 frames and you're gonna get hit by it, like, most of the time. Is it more in range with, like, the other overheads? Or, like, again, it's, like, reactable, but it's definitely gonna hit your ass sometimes because of how much mental stack exists in the video game, right? Or is it, like, really? It doesn't look like really slow. It does not look like it's super easy to just, like, see the overhead coming and block it. So, like, it's one of two things. It's either more like, a normal character's forward medium punch or something, where, they're like 22, 23 frames. That shit is definitely gonna hit you on the regular, right? Especially with how much shit you have to look out for, but also, like, feasibly, if it's the central part of her kit, right? Unlike a lot of those overheads are for a lot of the characters, then maybe it becomes a little bit easier to align your mental stack and block that shit more often, right? So, I mean, it is faster than that. How good is it without Like how good is the overhead without the link swirl, right? Because I imagine the answer is not very, because it looks like she can't combo off mouth smash at all if she doesn't have the if she doesn't spend the meter on it, right? So it becomes kind of like a drive rush overhead situation. Except, yeah, I mean, I feel like it has to be faster, probably, right? Because it's like a drive rush overhead, except that it costs two drive gauge instead of one. Well, I guess, but it costs two instead of three if you're canceling. Yeah, I don't know. There's some pros. It's an EX move, so it doesn't lock you out of the recovery. That's some pros and cons to it, I guess. Yeah, but like this command roll to me is like this Link song and all the follow ups is definitely the most interesting part of the character. I think the exact like numbers on this are going to determine uh largely, I think, how good Elena is, because she is, you know, I don't think throw loops are gone in season three. They, if anything, again, the fact that you seem to get a drive bar back for teching a throw makes me think the exact opposite. They wouldn't do that, I think, if they had also just been like, also, by the way, throw loops are gone, right? So it seems to me the throw loops are probably alive and well in season three. Maybe they've been tuned down in some other ways besides just the drive bar on throw tech. Maybe, who knows? But I'm currently moving forward with the assumption that every character who isn't Chun-Li, Honda, and Elena has a throw loop. Elena does not have one, right? So that kind of hurts. But again, I assume it's supposed to be throw into command roll, maybe, right? She also doesn't have an invincible level 1, kind of a big deal, you know. So I expect that she's going to have a lot of shit to make up for it in other places. It seems, I mean, her normals seem really good, big, right? Just good reach, good pokes, very easy, good hit confirm ability, I think, like good ability to convert, rather, off of a lot of those good pokes as well, right? Some amount of comboing with EX specials in her kit right there, which, I mean, that's good stuff. That's good shit, right? It's very good drive management. It's going to make her quite efficient with that. But again, with all that being said, like I still feel like I am really very interested in this command roll to see just how big of a deal it really is. And it's got, I think it's a little hard to get from just looking at it, right? I think the timing and the speed and the reward and the exact damage numbers and stuff like that are going to matter a lot, right? Like even when you get hit with that mouth smash overhead out of the Link Swirl or out of the OD version, right? How much damage are you taking, right? Is that a 2,000 damage combo? Is it a throw? You know? Is that a 3,000 damage combo? Could she end that shit in level 3? Can that be like a 5,000 damage overhead? I don't know. My guess is probably no on like that last bit, but you know, maybe. It looked like she was comboing off lights, right? Like when they showed us the OD, or no, not the OD version, the Link Swirl version. It looked like she did lights after Mouth Smash, right? Did yeah, it's plus, which I mean that's again the fact that the risk for her seems, I mean, low out of the OD version, right? Because in the non-OD version, if you want to get these, you have to put a huge gap in the Rekka, so you're just probably getting fuzzy, at worst, getting fuzzy matched to death. At best, you're getting reacted to and matched every time, right? But yeah, this, that looks like, I mean, that looks like a light of sorts, right? Light. Yeah, I mean, that could probably be kind of expensive, but I imagine that right there where she put the spinning scythe right there, right? You probably go OD here into a super, right? Probably do a 5k overhead. Yeah, it'll probably be a little resource intensive, because you probably want to start off with the OD version, because that's going to be the one that's going to be the most like real for those mixed situations. That's 2 drive. You overhead them, then you do some lights into another OD, because I don't think the lights will convert off into heavy spinning scythe, right? So you do another OD spinning scythe after, or you'll do OD Link Song, Mouth Smash, OD spinning scythe, and then probably you can, she can DP off that, I assume. If she can DP off it, she should be able to level 3 off it as well, right? So that probably does end up being, yeah, like a 5, like resource intensive as fuck, right? Like 4 drive and 3 super or something. But it is also like an overhead that does like, you know, 5.5k, that's also plus on block or something. But then, see, when I say it like that, I'm like, well, I mean, this guy can just do that too, right? He can just drive rush. So there's got to be something. I mean, I know her command dash is also anti-projectile. I know it's got the other follow-ups and stuff like that. But I'm like, this guy can just drive rush overhead and do the same shit anyway, right? You can drive rush overhead into mediums, into extensions, into drive rush cancel into level 3 and to kill you, right? So it does. Yeah, it does make me, again, I'm very interested in that, and if not that command roll, I guess to put it in a very mean way, but I'm not, this is not at all, again, it's way too early to talk about anything like this seriously, but I guess I'm looking for what is special about her, right? Because I'm not so certain it's the healing, I don't think that's like I don't think that's the thing the character is built around, right? And I don't think it's just that she's like a Shoto that can do everything, right? Because she definitely seems rush down skewed. She doesn't have a fireball. She's missing some defensive tools, right? She doesn't have a throw loop. So I don't like, I don't think it's just that she's like, because the thing that makes like Ken or Akuma them is that they do everything really fucking well, right? So she doesn't seem to be that kind of character. And I don't think she's healing the character. I don't think so. I could just be wrong. Maybe that's what it is. And when I think about like, even if she is doing like a 5K overhead that costs a shit ton of resource, I'm like, well, I mean, like, is that not special in this game? Right? Yeah, the Rekka is certainly what I'm looking at to be the thing that defines her character, but I'm trying to figure out like how that would be as it currently stands, right? I do wonder if maybe it's just, I'm like, well, maybe she just has really good normals and a really good ability to convert off those normals even from very far distance. Like maybe she is kind of like a weird, like a footsies character actually, who just has like good, like she's a footsies character who has a good anti-fireball move because she can't really fight fireballs in the mid-range with her own projectile, right? Because her back walk speed, again, I'm not sure if I'm just being like tricked by the fact that it was really big steps, but her back walk speed seemed very fast. Her normals seem big, and it seems like she could convert off them very well, right? So maybe that's what it is. Like maybe I'm looking too much into her being like a mix-up character, and that's not necessarily what she is at all. It's just more so that like she can get some nice Oki and some nice pressure with that command dash. I'm not sure. Big normals? Yeah, so like maybe I'm looking in the entirely wrong place, being like I'm looking to the Rekka to like define this character for me. And not every character is like defined by one move. I know. I'm saying like, what is the thing people are going to complain about with Elena? You know what I mean? And right now I'm not entirely certain that I see it yet. But it could be something either that's already been shown that I'm missing, or again, it could be something a little bit more intangible, like just, really good normals, really good conversion ability, and if she just feels very suffocating to try to do anything against in neutral, right? Like, this move is interesting, but This is just like, this move is really easy to hit confirm, right? This gotta make me think if that's like her whole thing. I wonder if all her shit connects from all distances. Yeah, I don't know. I'm very curious about it. Like the character guide showed me some stuff I didn't know, but I am still very interested to see her in action. I think I don't quite get it yet. I don't quite get it. The sway might be fucked up. Yeah. Look how close they are when they hit Akuma. True. Maybe she doesn't confirm from like max range on her shit. I don't know. We're gonna have to see, right? This is not me saying that I think that she's weak or anything like that. Far from it. Because again, anyone's gonna say that watching the fucking character guide? I haven't even, like, she was available to playtest. Maybe some of those guys could at least have a better idea. I got nothing. I'm just saying that she doesn't jump off the page to me as it currently stands. But maybe that's just me being stupid, right? Maybe I'm downplaying the healing. I'm downplaying the command roll. Who knows? All I know for sure is I'm very interested to see her once she actually gets in game. My God, still 2 weeks from now. Jesus Christ, June 5th is so far away when they announce some of the trailers. She's still 2 weeks out from launch. I was like, yeah, like next week. Nope, June 5th. Yeah, I'm very excited to see her when she actually gets in game to try and, figure out what her deal is, what her thing is, Because I don't think it's that. That's good, but I don't think it's that. Maybe I'm wrong. Anyway. The thing I've been saying since the trailer, since the gameplay, like the little mirror match and this too, she looks great. She looks great, right? Like her animations look cool. At the very least, her gameplay looks dynamic and fun. No matter like how it might be broken, it might be mid, it might be bad, who knows? But it looks fun and different, right? She's not just like not quote unquote just another Shoto, right? Just well animated. The stage doesn't give me vertigo anymore. I think she's going to be a good addition to the game. I'm very excited for her to come out. I'm just curious to figure out more about her mechanically. She looks fun though regardless. Yeah, exactly. Also, what's going on, Edward? My God is back. Hello. Look, a lot of fun. I think they did a good job translating her from SF3 to N4. Yeah, I think so. That's at the end of the day, this is the most important part. And she looks fun as fuck. There's also a lot of great frames to pause on in the character guide. So we take those. Cool. Awesome. Elena. Still 2 fucking weeks away. Jesus Christ.